Guitar solos. My intention with the guitar solos, the solo section, was to create this sound, to emulate a dual guitar section where you actually have two guitar players playing stylistically different and then coming together at harmonies at the end. So we just talked about the rhythms, and hopefully you enjoyed that section. And so in the leads, those of you that are into the leads, you can, like I say, you can listen to the recording. You can hear that they're spliced off, they're divided off between stereo panning. Live, of course, I do play them together. But the first section comes in with just a simple, just our typical B minor triad. And then I'll just slide down. Now I'm bending up. Now this starts off on your 7th fret, and what I'm doing is I'm hammering on the 3rd string notes, and then I'm trying to sweep the 3 strings, the top 3 strings. So I hammer on and then go off of a B minor triad on the 7th fret, and then I hammer on up here to 10 or 9, 11, 12, and this is on the 10th fret, first 2 strings, 10th fret, first finger. And I try to rotate my hand. I try to rotate my hand so that I kill those notes, those strings, as I go along, so I don't have that kind of thing happen. And I'm also moving my my middle finger over these notes as well when I pick them, so to try to control the notes, make them a little bit more staccato so they don't bleed together. And then this is 11, 12, 14, and this comes off of an E minor triad where you've got E, B, and G. That's all the 12th fret, first string. And then finally I'm up here at A, B, C sharp, and then I go, that's 14, 17, 6 string, 14, 16, 18, 14, 16, 18. And then I stair step down from that B minor triad, so that's F sharp, D, B, so that's 14, 15, 16, and then go back up to the first string, slide up from the 17th to the 19th. This is the hardest part. Okay? Then that tapping comes in, and the tapping part I keep the pick and I just tap with my middle finger, but it's playing off the dots, so 15, 17, 19 until you get to the 21, and that's the first string. And you just do the same thing on the next string. And then I move my right hand. I move my right hand, my picking hand, down to the 19th fret, to the 19th fret, and I just keep my finger on the 19th fret as I go across from here. So this is This is just off of E, D, C sharp. You're walking down a B minor scale. So again, we move from the second, third, fourth, fifth string as we tap. I'm not going to break that down a whole lot. Hopefully you can just, if you're really interested in it, take the time and rewind it. But that should get you, it's all off of a B minor scale. Okay. And then that build-up starts off of F sharp, off the 9th fret of the 7, 6, 5th string, and it's so hopefully you can see that and hear it. Here I double up on the 2nd string. Come into that bend. And then this is B minor 7 arpeggio. It's just doing that. It's coming off of that G. And then it hits this, and then this note holds over the piano part, the piano section. And that note stays and sustains, and sustains over the piano as the piano plays. Ladies and gentlemen, Scribble's a cat. Get that cat out of here. So anyhow, that note sustains. Now, how do I get that much sustain when I'm recording this? Well, wonder of wonders, I used the eBow. So don't tell anybody, but yes, I dubbed that note to get that sustain going on. Now, we talked about the eBow section earlier, and I mentioned that I've got a little sticker here, but I mentioned that it has like the natural sound and the harmonic sound. And then it has, you can, oh, that was the, so there's your natural, and then the harmonic will actually feed back the octave. And that's what I use. I use the harmonic end on this so it would feed back and get higher. So I hit that note. And then sustained it to where it would actually feed back to that octave. Okay, so yes, I did cheat to make that, to get that effect, but I really wanted it to sound that way. The other thing that I will say about the eBow is, and I should have said this actually in the eBow section, so hopefully you've gotten this far, but eBows are very unpredictable to record with. They're hard enough to use as far as being able to understand the sweet spot and the place to get the best tone and the best note, and then to get the sustain and to get it to feedback at the right time and to go into the octave when you want it to go into the octave. They're very hard. It's very hard to work with the eBow. At least it has been in my experience. Maybe there's some eBow pros out there that are able to come through it. But for me, I usually, I almost always have to do it in several takes when I'm using the eBow, because, where you stand in front of the amp, and how you hold your hand, and where you are over the pickup, and how much distortion you're using, and how much low end you're using, and everything. Those all come into play, and it just gets crazy in there. So it really is, at least in my experience, it's been a big challenge, but it gets you the sound. A great sound that I'm looking for. So at any rate, that concludes the video series for Author of Fate. A lot of different things went on in there, and if you've actually watched through this and spent time with these things, I do appreciate that. I think that's really cool that anybody would actually care. Hopefully, you know, I'm referring you to these things as you're coming up to me at shows and saying, how do you do this and how do you do that? But I would appreciate any, you know, hopefully positive feedback in this crazy mixed up World Wide Web that we have. But just thanks a lot for sticking around, and if you're interested in anything else from me, if you want to know more on me, and I do mean more on, you can go to my website at daveparis.com, drop me a line, and hopefully we'll meet up again in person real soon. Thanks a lot.